Hey, Brittany.
Hi, Cassie.
Hey, Snarkers. Welcome back to the Snarking Lot. You notice how I add a little music to that, Brittany?
This is good. We're gonna trademark it.
It turned into a little bit of a jingle.
It's a ditty, not a ditty.
Really gonna, like, first word out of your mouth almost is Diddy. Is this how long it's
Ditty.
been since we've talked?
Ditty.
Oh,
It's a little bit of a ditty, a little bit of a jingle. Not
wow.
a not a sex pest who gets off out of
Got it.
court or
That's what I thought you were.
or
Yeah.
in court or out of court or everywhere. And it's ties to Epstein. It's fine. No, a little tune.
A little tune at the beginning. We're really excited to be back. We were on a bit of a hiatus, we will say. Intentional, unintentional, definitely mostly unintentional. So we're back, baby, as we're saying on social media, and it's season 3 now. We're just kicking off a new season, new content, new guests in mind, new everything, even new Zoom backgrounds for people watching on YouTube. Taking it all in. So, Brittany, how are you feeling about the launch of season Trace?
I like it. The world is our oyster. Make it up as we go. Just like how this is now season 3.
The world is our oyster.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps epi-title. We just don't know yet. We'll see how the conversation flows. We'll see
Mm-hmm.
how it goes. I noticed while we're sitting here, for people who cannot see, that Brittany's screen name on Zoom is Intrusive Thoughts. Why?
Sometimes it's fun to just let him come to the forefront of the brain
Let them
more.
flow in.
Stop giving a shit. Just be like, what if I just did that? What if that just happened? Or like, look for your kudos. Like, I went for a walk and didn't jump in traffic. Thank you, everybody. Like, I'm the real MVP.
The intrusive thoughts I turned away. Give me an
Damn, I
award.
didn't jump into the dam. See? Lame.
Wow, nice.
Mhm. For people who cannot see or who can see, but maybe you're dyslexic, yours says sarcasm personified.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of just, as the kids say, my vibe lately. Is just bringing rampant sarcasm to every conversation. Like, how's it going, Cassie? Living the dream is always my answer.
Pure shite. You
Doing
know that
awesome.
scene in Jurassic Park where Jeff Goldblum
Oh,
walks
yeah.
up? He has to take the glasses off. Glare. He's got his one big pile of shit. That's how it's going, boss.
So far, you have dropped in P. Diddy and Jeff Goldblum into like the first 3 minutes of season 3. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel
It's a
about that.
it's a cultural sommelier here. Yeah, you're right. That's me. Pop
Yeah,
culture 101 references. What do you think?
you're a pop culture encyclopedia, if I
Yeah.
ever did see one.
Yep. Hmm.
That's great.
Hmm.
Um, so here's something I realized, Brittany. Like, we're coming into this, we're just debriefing because in reality, like, this hiatus has been almost the equivalent as long as Donald Trump's presidency. The last time we published an episode was on January 19th of this year, which is the day before inauguration. So we have a lot to discuss, I think. But the first question is, how are you feeling about things?
It's been a bit of a gestational period for the podcast.
Bit of a
For
just
season 3. Seriously, actually, that's got to be damn
Yeah,
near right around.
yeah,
Hopefully spring it's term and no abortion. Look at that.
nice. You're bringing the heat very early in this
Sucking the life right
conversation.
out of it. I'm sorry.
It's really
Sorry, not
leaning
sorry to
into
all the
it.
Christians who listen.
I don't think we have a lot of Christian
We're
listenership.
not big. What about the evangelical community?
I feel like that's
What's
not
our
in the data stats, you
what's
know?
our what are our stats in the Utah area for people soaking it in?
0. I have looked at the stats, 0.
Well, you
So,
know what? Nothing like trying to break into a news segment.
I mean, you have to go where you're not. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly. That's what they said about the moon. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
So how are we, meaning you and I, you first, how are you feeling about the state of everything? I'll put it.
Faking it.
Until
Much
we
like
make it?
faking it. Well, I don't know that we're gonna make it, but faking it, like the
Yeah.
opening of this podcast for me.
Yeah. I mean,
If you crack enough jokes or like say enough ridiculous things,
yeah.
people just pay attention to that.
Yeah.
It's
Here's a couple.
hilarious. Pro tip for all you depressive introverts out there.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take that advice. That's great.
How are we doing in the
Thanks.
behavioral health community?
How are we doing in the behavioral health
What
community?
are our stats
Yeah,
there? Like a
pretty good, I think.
sanatorium.
I mean, I may or may not have told my therapist about this podcast, so who knows if she's one of the downloads on the episode.
Hello.
Shout out,
Great
if
if
you're
this
out
is your
there.
first impression of me.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, what's up? So who knows, right? But mental health check. We always do a traditional mental health check at the beginning of the episode. I feel like that relates to the question of how are we feeling about all the things. So how's your mental health specifically doing related to all the things, would you say?
I'm one day closer to the curtain call.
That's dark. That's super
Which I
dark.
was gonna say, and honestly, I gotta save it for later. There's a clip that I saw, and I gotta go find it again. It's a sports related clip, and it ties in, and you might not think it ties in. And I'm like, there may be street drugs involved, but holy shit, Miami nailing it. So
Okay.
that's a little preview for later.
Okay. All right.
But yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'll
one day
take that.
closer to the curtain call. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. Faking it till you make it, I feel like is a theme. Um, I I purchased myself which you know, a coffee mug that has a bunch of dumpsters on fire on it that says everything's fine, which is just kind of the vibe. It's just kind
Mhm.
of the look and feel of the life right now.
Mhm.
Hanging in there, just trying to do work, trying to go on some walks to feel like a human being every now and
Yes,
then.
yes.
When I'm not sleeping and napping a lot, I'm just trying to go on walks.
Fresh air is good. Never underestimate the value of a good walk.
Hey,
Lowers your blood pressure, lowers the cortisol, aids in digestion.
yes. Aids in digestion. Yes. Thank
You
you
walk
for giving
fast
me
enough, you can just be like, no, it's the wind, not my tears. Oh God, the eyes got watery.
the wind.
You're spiraling. You want to do a little multitasking while you're on the
Uh-huh.
walk?
Yeah. Well,
Follow me for
I
more health
snapped you a
tips.
picture of our favorite former workout hill for cross country, and you told me, and I quote, hills for breakfast in
Mhm.
response to that picture. And I told our former cross country coach that that's what you said. And he just laughed maniacally, like he knew that that was you. So
Okay, well, I'm
still
nothing if not
resonates.
consistent and on brand.
I was
Thank
going
you.
to say it's
Not quite
part
as
of your brand,
whimsical, maybe, as I think I am.
part of your brand 19 years later. So just know that someone still felt that was accurate upon hearing it.
Awesome. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Could have
I
gone
mean,
a
isn't
lot
that
of
nice?
things.
Like hills for breakfast. So I'm not gonna hills for breakfast that one because, like I said, it still appears to be kind of ground up pea gravel. Might gonna get repaved, so I might do the
Live
back
a
one.
little. Sidewalk. Or just live a little.
Live
Live
a
a
little,
little, make it a little trail hill.
live a little, and break your ankle. Like I
Oh,
don't
you're
know
not
if
going to
anyone
break your
needs
ankle.
that. I
You're
don't
just
know if
power
anyone
walking
needs
up and
that.
down. That's
That's
really
true.
good there. Do the
That's
horseshoe.
true.
Do the horseshoe back and forth, like up and around.
That's true. That's a good point.
Just power walk it. Again, you'd be amazed. Just,
Did you know our
Mhm.
hometown has a disc golf course now? 18 holer,
I
by the
did
way.
not realize it was that. I feel like I've seen one. It's down in the park, isn't it? Or kind of like
It
back
like
behind. Okay.
starts in the park. Yes.
I
Yes.
have been down by the park and been like just seeing one of the lone
Yeah.
buckets. I know that's not what they're
Buckets.
called, but
Holes.
yep. And
Holes.
I was like, well, that's really random, but really nice. So I figured maybe you just get some kids down there
Yeah.
doing that every now and then. But that's nice. That's good. Good
Yeah,
for
no,
that.
it's totally nice. And you know what else though? I have to admit the next thing I'm going to say. speaking of being outdoors and whatnot and trying to get some fresh air, um, where we played a lot of games of competitive tennis,
Hmm.
is going to turn into a pickleball court instead.
Fucking course it is.
Just know
Oh, because
that.
everything is
No,
pickleball till the next fad comes in.
I know.
I mean, glad it's still being used for rec space. Couldn't we do like one and one? There are multiple courts? Just do one and one.
Yeah, no, I think they're going all in
Both?
on
I mean,
all
I didn't
pickleball.
realize Montreal was all into the.
Yeah, no, they are. So those are the updates.
No, there's maybe it'll become maybe it'll become a school sport. A lot of parents can envision their kids going pro, and yet another thing that won't happen.
Ah, she winked everyone. That's great. And now she's smirking. Love it. Love everything about it. All right. So how are you doing with all the things? What do you think? So we really get into it. What do you think if you were to choose a couple things is disturbing you the most right now out of like what's going on in the universe, as we like to call it?
Uh, Um, one is how everything always just comes back to the same group of dark, shadowy, well, not even shadowy figures at the top, pulling
Yeah.
the strings on things.
Yes.
Um, I actually read, I finally sat down and read it today, actually. One of my favorite investigative journalists, Whitney Webb. I think she's only done one part because now there is a Trump Epstein part coming or more.
Hmm.
But
Great.
she did a thing a few months ago on the connections between Diddy and Epstein, like the same, basically the
Sure.
same people who fund and make things possible, sitting on the Diddy theme, for Diddy are the same people that
Staying on the titty
make
theme.
the environment possible for people like Epstein, Peter Nygard, all these other people, that there's just a
Yeah.
lot. And then politics. I mean, there were ties to Reagan, there's ties to all kinds of
Wow.
shit. And you're just like, God damn, it's all connected. Like, eh,
Yeah.
God, they're just the next generation. Like they all proteges. It's all the funding comes from the same few groups for shit all over the world.
Yeah.
Also the cognitive dissonance and the
Ah,
pretzel logic of
mental gymnastics.
if it's not your team doing it, or if it is your team doing it, it's fine now. But it was bad when the other team was doing the same
Love it.
thing. Or
Same.
the inability to see the whole chessboard of it's fine because my team's doing it now. So it's not nefarious. But if another team gets in and does the same thing,
Nefarious.
that's going to be nefarious instead of me going, we are all collectively cooked and fucked. Like,
Yeah, we're very fucked. That's a very good point.
but yeah, the justifications are just, again, the cognitive dissonance and the pretzel logic of like, well, no, they're gaming the system. It's 4D chess. And I'm like, I don't think you know how Chinese checkers works, you idiot. Like, it just,
Yeah, I agree. I
I
agree.
just watching the stuff and I'm like, guess it's predictable. And it keeps everybody in the little insular things fighting. And I'm like, oh,
I know.
as they quietly do the insidious shit, increase surveillance, going to put all your health data into all these things, which,
Yeah, that's fucked
landlords and
up.
everyone are going to access. So if you think it's going to get easier to get housing, good fucking luck.
Oh, no, I know.
Insurance, everything. So yeah.
Agree with all of that. I agree with
What
all of
about
that.
you?
I agree with all of that. So like yes to everything that you just said. And I think close to the last time we talked, I don't know, something happened where like a CEO of a major health insurance company got shot dead in the street, and all of a sudden we haven't heard a peep about that like ever since really it happened. So like the speaking of cognitive dissonance, like just kind of reflecting on how like we're in such a fucked culture right now that like really messed up things continue to happen and we're so immune to it that we're kind of just like yeah, moving on to the next thing. Not saying that you and I or what specifically do that, but it's just like I think our brains are so hardwired to just be like used to chaos and
Well, there's always
insanity.
something coming.
Yes.
There are people in North Carolina from Helene who still do not have houses and still do not
Isn't
have
that insane?
help and are camping in tents or campers and
Yes.
have gone through the winter and are now in the summer and cannot access
Yeah.
things. There's nobody seems to have checked in on the LA area fires. recently. Like there's poor,
Correct.
I mean, yeah, there's rich people lost it, which is sad, but like there are poor people, poorer people, not really rich people, let's put it that way, who've lost homes or businesses where they
Yep.
worked at and have had to move or try and now find rent that's suddenly tripled in price because we can just now look at that as a price gouging. There's actually
Yeah.
been so there was another CEO in Blackstone who was just um, murdered, and then I saw something today about a third one, but I haven't actually seen who it is. But
Mm.
I've seen several things referring to like three CEOs. It's just the beginning, but I don't know who the third
Oh, okay.
one is. Um,
Yeah, and see the fact that I'm just like, okay, like,
well, it's I
you
was
know,
like I
like,
left some of the comments, and I'm like there are a lot of guillotine things in there, and I'm like, I mean, again, it's gonna just keep happening if you get closer and closer to a
yeah,
dystopian hellscape and have things unaddressed in society, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Um,
yeah. Here's something I would not suggest for one's mental health that I recently just did, which is to, at this point in time, rewatch the entire Handmaid's Tale series on Hulu. Um, really, 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 really fucked up to watch it from the beginning now with everything going on in the universe. Like, it's like, I don't know if Margaret Atwood is like a, you know, crystal ball psychic or whatever, but yeah, no. Like the theme of like not stepping up enough when it was obvious what was going to happen and then just being like, "Oh, it's too late," right? Like I think that for me is the pull away theme of just like we knew we should have X when Y was happening and we didn't do enough and now we're here, right? So that was bothersome. Again, not great. I don't suggest it for people who are trying to like keep their mental health in check. Um,
no, read Fahrenheit 451 or 1984 instead.
oh yeah, yeah, that'd be so much easier on the brain.
Yeah, no, do those because those also have no themes. Or watch Black Mirror. Like
They
those
have
also have
no
no
themes. Yeah, blow
themes.
Black Mirror. Oh God.
Mm.
I know, right? And now I'm watching. Now I realize because it's August. That I'm watching the Hurricane Katrina documentary on Hulu. That it's been 20 whole years since Katrina,
Yeah.
and I realized that like I was moving into college on the day that Katrina hit the Gulf Coast, five and like A, holy shit, 20 years, but B, like we haven't gotten there yet in the documentary, but like how's the Gulf Coast doing now? Like how's New Orleans doing now? No, not
Nope.
good. Still
Not
not
good.
good, right?
Nope.
And it's 2 decades.
There are some really I don't know if you've read 5 Days at Memorial. Can't remember, have you?
No, I've not. I've not.
You should. That's about evacuating people stuck in the hospital down there
Yeah.
when
Oh,
it's while it's happening. Like the people who are hooked up to machines
oh
and can't just get
God.
up and walk out of the hospital. And
Oh
I mean,
God.
the number of reporting of shutting down things, limiting
Yeah.
certain communities from being able to get out, the buses, the
Yeah.
trying to relocate, reunite families and people that were
Yeah.
put on the wrong buses and going out.
And the FEMA director not knowing the difference between the Astrodome and the conference center, and that they were two different things. And like the people at the conference center didn't have food, and the people at the other facility did have food. And then like the media needing to like correct it. Clearly, this is why he lost his job.
Well,
But
and just this has been a couple years ago then too. I think a podcast I listen to called Government Secrets with a couple of good
yeah.
comedians. Like they pick usually, like I've probably talked about where they make a conspiracy, they'll just pick each one of them picks an event and they go and research it and then they talk about it. One of them
Oh,
for a while was literally just typing it into Google and saying CIA operation and then picking a letter of the alphabet, whatever it populated with was what he
would do
picked.
it.
And it
Just
like wild shit. But one did a thing on Katrina. So maybe this was like it's got to be within the last 5 years. I know it is, but so probably maybe the 18th, like the 22nd, 23rd anniversary. I don't know, something, but talked about, again, looking back are some of the misconceptions around it. Like people think the hurricane hit New Orleans, and it actually did not.
it did
It was
not.
still up in the Gulf. And because they had cut down all of the is it mangrove
The
trees and
mangrove
everything?
in the swampy areas, yes, yes,
The
because those
storm
had
surge had
deteriorated.
nothing to block it like it had
Yep.
for,
That
and
was
that's,
the amazing ecological part of it. Like
yep,
that was what I never knew that.
yeah,
And I was like, I just have learned so much watching. It's a really good documentary. Like I highly
I'll have to
suggest it.
watch it.
It's really good. But that was one talking to like a scientist, who like started doing research on the area in like the 70s and was there like when and he was explaining this mangrove swampy thing. And it's just like, yeah, normally like water has to like weave its way through like all these like really big trees and it didn't have to. And obviously, yeah, it didn't hit New Orleans, but like the storm surge
The
was
storm
so
surge.
strong,
Yeah.
it broke the levees. It was the levee
It had
breaches and
nothing
the
because it had nothing to
flooding.
stop it. The mangroves
Yeah,
were all gone, so the storm
crazy.
surge just shot up through like a nice
Yeah.
lane
Yeah, it
right up
just blew the
through.
levees out. Like you just
Yep.
look at it, it's like there was no levee there.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, it's crazy, crazy
Yep.
shit. I mean, and the amount that water was rising in like an hour, like 3 feet an hour or something at some points, like it's just like, yeah, no wonder why 2,000 people freaking died, you know? And that's lucky. I mean, that's lucky that more people didn't die, to be honest, like with how many people
Yeah.
were sitting on top of their roofs, like with no food and heat. And I'm saying that people in the documentary didn't say that, but I'm like, I'm floored that the number was not significantly higher based on, and like the part I'm at, which of course, one of the main arguments of this documentary is that the response and lack of response was racist. And I don't know how you can view it any other way. Like when you have like a white dude who is like talking about like a military guy or something that's like coordinating response, one of them saying like helicopters would fly over, they'd see black people on roofs and keep going like to the white people, and then he'd be like, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try to bring some white people in wheelchairs like up onto the roof, and sure as shit they'd come back like when they saw like the white people were on the roof too, right? And he's like, I hate to say this, but like I don't know how else you like interpret that, right? Messed up.
Well, and they
Fucked up.
also had,
Disgusting.
I'm trying to look it up here. Blackwater. I was like, it's black something.
Yeah.
So Swan was the one deployed it for the pipeline.
Mm,
This is black water. And also, well, what you had too is in the wake of it for to help with security down there to control people, you had all the private security groups get deployed down there, like Blackwater, which is a war crime extraordinaire, led by Eric Prince, who is the brother of Betsy DeVos.
mm,
So those goons went down there and were deployed for security and made a shit of
yes.
money because, of course, the response was not adequate.
Yep.
People were unprepared, and the federal response was not adequate. And you had the vacuum for a lot of people to get on there for private security and profit, as usual.
Oh, Betsy DeVos's brother is Eric Prince, a former
Yeah.
U.S. Navy SEAL who was the founder of Blackwater.
Yes, he heads Blackwater. They also had private things. They operate unilaterally in Iraq and Afghanistan. They have just decided to
Yeah.
shoot people in the streets
Yeah.
on dead, like civilians, and of
Yeah.
course don't get prosecuted because they don't actually report to the president.
No,
They're
they're
outside of JSOC.
they're literally just like rogue. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's a rogue private security
Yes,
thing. Hmm.
totally. So
They don't.
everything's great, is what you're saying.
Mhm. Yeah.
I highly suggest for your depression that you watch the Hurricane Katrina documentary.
Oh, well, it'll pair nicely with the Challenger documentary I watched a couple years ago,
Oh,
and then the book last year that came out that
oh
detailed.
dear God. That Challenger documentary was actually really good. That's another one I would highly
Yeah.
suggest. Agree. Agree. So totally unrelated to what we're talking about, but here's something that I saw on my Instagram yesterday where I was like, dude, what is wrong with you? With everything that's going on in the world, why would you do that? So, Brittany, did you see the headline where some paranormal investigator like was took the Annabelle doll from the Conjuring, like the real life Annabelle doll that was part of like the right, like took the Annabelle doll like on some sort of like promotional tour with him or something and ended up dead. Okay. So stupid. All right. So then are you familiar with comedian Matt Rife?
Unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Matt Rife,
yes.
right?
Yes.
He's a
Hmm.
known for doing really good crowd work, and
Yeah.
he's like really into like ghost and paranormal stuff just as like a side interest of his, right? So he announces on his Instagram like yesterday or the day before that he and some other guy like have purchased the home, like the conjuring home of the two, like whatever the hell the people are, right? Like, so the real life story, like their home and everything, and they're like the caretakers of everything in it, including the Annabelle doll. So like all of the comments are lighting up like, nice knowing you, Matt, like it's been a real nice ride, but like cool, and I was like, yeah, so promptly, I mean, I never would anyway, but like promptly never going to a Matt Rife show. Sorry, dude, was like my comment. Like,
Well, didn't they have a whole
why?
string of weird things on that tour, like up with the doll going around? Like, wasn't shit happening in a bunch of the cities? I felt like I saw
Yes,
stuff online, like crazy shit was happening
yes.
at
Crazy
each
shit. You do
stop.
not mess with that crap. I'm
Well,
sorry.
it's like you see the videos of people, like there's a lot on TikTok where people are like open up a wall and there's like some secret passageway in their house, or like if they're staying in some kind of
Yes,
Airbnb, they're like, what is this weird door that we thought was a pantry? Oh my God, it goes somewhere. And they're like, we should go down it. And it always cuts to someone being like, leave it. Or like they're out in the woods and they open up this like door in the leaves on the ground
yes.
or something. And they're like, oh, what's this like thing going
We
down
should
into
go
the
in there.
ground? Yeah,
Should
we
go
should go
in
in there.
there.
Or we should like, we found this box. Let's take it out and open it.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
don't
leave
do
it.
that.
Leave it
Don't
the
do that.
fuck there.
Don't
Leave it the
don't
fuck
like
there.
here's elder millennial reference moment. Don't turn into the Blair Witch Project people, okay? Like don't be that meme image. Just leave it alone.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
And just because Matt Rife, now you're rich and shit, and like you can buy things like that, doesn't mean you should, like you're saying. Don't do
You know
it.
what's less scary is if you like helped get some housing for like low income people.
Well,
Less scary than an Annabelle doll, but not as good for clicks. Can't
not as
profit
good for
off
the
that
bottom line. Not as good
because
for
you
the
know,
bottom line.
right? Well, you know damn well they're gonna do like tours and shit, so you can't profit off that. Being like, look at
Oh
all the
yeah.
people I've
Oh yeah,
helped.
people can go like stay there and then it can
Yep.
like do tour. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
So, but the comments were so funny to me because it was just like nice knowing you was the vibe. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
this dude is a goner. Like at some point, like like it's gonna happen. So, and again, I'm not kidding you. Like, I am not a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. I consider myself agnostic, like all the things. And I think a lot of this crap is crap. But like, not kidding you, I would not want to be like in the same amphitheater with Matt Rife. Not even joking. Like, it's just like, forget it.
A lot of that. You're like, no, we don't need that.
Just don't even risk it. So just don't go there. And sure as shit, don't bring that Annabelle doll on tour.
Why would I mean just yeah, there's a whole series of why would you do that?
You know,
I
don't do that. Just don't. Just no. You know.
no.
So I was just like in the midst of like all of the crazy shit going on in the world, like politically, socially, economically, whatever. A, like you say, this is what you're doing with your money, and B, like why would you bring more risk and turmoil into like one's life? I just like don't.
Do some just go do some street
WTF,
drugs or something.
man.
Take the doll away. Harm yourself, not others.
I
Go do
know.
something for yourself.
I know. And here, okay, so we got to talk about this. You know how I
Go take a
told you,
trip. Go do something
you know
with
how
your money.
I told you I was arguing with people on the internet the last couple
Mm.
days, which I don't normally do, but
Hmm.
I felt compelled.
Hmm.
And I Snapchatted you this and I think you saw this, but like ended up that and I did no name calling. I was just kind of like, here it's on a political topic, which I don't need to get into, but just like, I just kind of make a quick quip, right? An accurate quick quip. And once someone of the opposite nature engaged me, once they did not have a response that they could offer, instead of declining to comment further, they decided to call me a dumb shit on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's people these days. Like, oh,
You know,
you're all snowflakes, but if I can't handle like being confronted
yeah,
with facts or any sort of maybe alternative way of thinking, so I'm just gonna revert to calling you names because I'm
yeah.
not fragile at all.
No, and I was just like, thank you for revealing the true content of your character. That's great. So
Oh yeah.
it's a mean world out there on the internet anyway. Um, but I just
Oh,
laughed it off.
100%. It's amazing. It's amazing how people can pretend they're not insecure. Well, even though it shows. But it's
No, right.
amazing how
I
it
know,
gives the
right?
cover for the biggest weenies on the planet to be like, oh,
Wah. Yeah, I know. There were a lot of
so
things
true.
that I could have said that would have been much more direct
Sure.
and dumb shitty back, but I still wanted to maintain the high road. So it was just like, nice try, but
Right.
that's okay. It's
You
okay to
must be
just
fun.
admit you're wrong. Yeah, you must be really fun to hang out with.
You must be
So,
really great.
you
That's why
know,
a lot of people I'm sure in your life who care about you. Hmm.
yeah, for sure. Um, for sure. So that was good. That was great. But I will say there is, and I hate to admit this, there was a little catharsis in like the quick back and forth before the dumb shit comment like came in there because it's just kind of
Oh yeah.
like, you don't have an argument for this dude.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
you know, don't try me, is what I was thinking as I was doing it.
Right.
So, hey,
Well,
every
I
once
was
in a
into it too.
while.
Or if you say something and somebody comes onto your stuff, or it's like, especially if it's somebody you don't know, on any
Yeah,
social media thing, they come on and start commenting, and then you come back and then they get all butthurt. And I'm like, you're the one who came onto my stuff and did it. You could have done what the rest of us do when we see somebody missing a few chromosomes talking on the internet. Is we just keep scrolling.
we just keep
But
scrolling. Yeah.
you're the one who engaged, and so
Yeah.
I may have disagreed and said something. And again, I don't ever resort to name calling. I'm like, oh, that's so easy.
It's just, I know. Isn't,
Like,
I know.
let's wordsmith this a bit. Let me
Wordsmith
say
this.
some things. Like that's so juvenile and
I
just
know.
simplistic for me to call you a cunt waffle twat. Like, no, no,
Oh,
no.
wow. Maybe that's the episode title.
Cunt waffle
You
twat, twat waffle cunt cake. I don't know. Yeah, like I mean,
There's a lot of different things.
I could say that, but what's the point when I can just absolutely drag your ass for the stupid shit you commented?
Oh, I know. I know.
Just calmly, like whatever comes to the top of my head and quick type and then leave. Like
I
it's
know.
just so easy. Or just send I like sending the one too where it's the person putting on the clown mask. I like that as a reply.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because
nice.
that
I like
really
that too.
seems to piss people off.
I like that too. That's
I do
good.
that to a lot of
Yeah,
politicians and people online when I tell them like
that's
or
nice.
former politicians or rich people when I tell them to go take a long walk off a short pier, go outside and play hide and go fuck themselves. Like that, I'll get
Here,
a little more direct. Yeah,
here was the actual comment. I'll read it to you verbatim.
sure.
Um, don't be a dumbass all your life. You know what I meant and you know it's true. Sit down and shut up. You're dismissed, was the actual full comment that had
Well,
the
how can
dumbass.
you sit down and shut up if you're dismissed? Doesn't that mean you leave?
Yeah, contradiction
Did you
inherent.
send? I would have posted the dictionary definition of dismissed
Yeah, well,
and
I
say, that would have been my last comment and been like,
I won't get
I use words.
I
Okay,
will I
okay,
will
MS in
keep
English. Thank you. Bye bye.
I'll stay elevated. I'll stay
I
elevated
think that's elevated. You're
for this.
educated.
Um,
Come
I
on.
I asked speaking of sarcasm personified, I may in the midst of the response to that ask the person, not in these words, but I'll try to put it, and I did not use swear words and I did not name call because I don't do that on the internet. Um, I asked this person if they might have lacked the intelligence that would have caused them to buy a Trump branded Bible or maybe some Trump Bitcoin um, from the grifter in chief. So I got a little like tongue in cheeky in their back without being rude. I thought I was pretty
Yeah,
proud of it.
well, I mean,
So
when I talk about when I said cognitive distance before, that's the thing. I'm the hoodwinking,
yes,
no, these rich people care about me. The other ones don't over there, but these
but these
grifters
ones
care about me.
do. The
They
ones that
care about me.
literally deface the Bible definitely do. So
Right. Well, nothing also says respect the flag like making boxers out of it, but I'm like, oh yeah, but burning it's the real crime. Burning a piece of cloth is the
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, but taking a dump in
Sure.
it isn't. Yeah, I know.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like you refer to it as cognitive dissonance, I do as well. I think the other favorite term that you and I have used for it is the mental gymnastics.
Yeah,
People must
pretzel
be
logic.
so tired from pretzeling gymnasticking
What is
through.
the caloric output? How do I put that into my exercise, my watch? How do I log that?
How do I get the exercise minutes in for the mental
Right.
gymnastics?
What kind of activity is that? Is that like mental aerobics? Like, yeah, how do I program that into Strava? For the amount of what it took for you to spiral and try and come up with that instead of just admitting that
Love it.
you yet again fell for it. Like,
Love it. Love everything about it.
yeah, no, no, they would never lie to me. They care about me. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what the rich people are known for, is giving a fuck about
Definitely.
the proletariat.
Oh, that's the other thing that I spiced off about on social media. There was a story about an elderly, very what I would call a very rich elderly woman by my standards, who like who the, who paid nearly $1 million entrance fee to live in an assisted living facility, and $6,000 a month is the fee to live there after that. She had to sell her $850,000 home to afford this. And then the company that was managing the facility went bankrupt a few times. And ultimately, the end of this is that she just like lost all of her fucking money. And so people are like, oh, like a bunch of people in the comments are like, this is so sad. And I'm just like, of course, super sad. Face value, yes. Unfortunate, hate it, all the things. I said, but if you have $1 million up front and $6,000 a month in any capacity, I don't care if you had to sell a house to get it, like you do not have common person problems.
No.
Like that is not a common person problem. And people are like, Cassie, like, people who don't know me are like, tagging me and being like, that's
Yeah,
not a lot of
bootlicking.
money these days.
Bootlicking. Bootlicking. Yeah, that's what I would ask
Literally,
is how does the bottom of her high heel taste as you lick it? Like,
literally, like people. That is,
yeah,
they're like, if you worked all your life, she's 80 some years old, do you have all this money? It's like, no, that's not the point. Like,
but
I
you
know a
don't.
bunch
How
of
many
old
people are in
people who
medical
can't
debt? How many
afford
people
that.
are in debt? How many people are still working
Exactly.
at Walmart as seniors? Not because they necessarily want to get out of the
Exactly.
house, but because they have to go back to
Exactly.
work because
Tell this to
retirement
the
is
people who just lost their fucking SNAP benefits, who lost their Medicaid. Like, that is not real world first, like, that is some first world problem shit. Like, cry me a river, right? Like, it's just like, again, unfortunate. I hate to hear it
yeah.
because that sucks and anybody loses significant amounts of money in any capacity, but it's just like not the same proportionally as someone who makes $20,000 a year losing their SNAP and their Medicaid. Sorry.
You're getting mad at the wrong people. Like, so you're like, oh,
Exactly.
poor old witch woman. And you're like, wow, this system's fucked.
Thank you.
No, we can't criticize that though. Oh my God, somebody we
No.
don't know came on here and was like, wow, this system's fucked up. Like, if
Right?
the person like that can't make it, what hope is it for the rest of us who are all commenting who presumably are not in her financial situation or
Position.
going to be when we get to that point? And they're like, no, no, no.
I
Don't, because
know.
I have the American, I've been sold the American sham. I believe I'm gonna have $1 million up front if I just work a little harder and work till 80.
I mean, Brittany, again, if I just decided not to drink all my iced coffees, I'm sure that I would be in that same position. Insert sarcasm personified. Like
Well,
bullshit.
yeah, those iced coffees are totally balanced out with the rate of inflation every year. Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
all our economics PhDs in that comment section as well. Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was
It's
my two forays into the social media comment realm, in which there were equal parts support for my views and equal parts coming at me for my views, which I found very interesting in the context of both the stories that I was commenting on. So
because people can't handle that. Well, or even it's just too hard to change. We don't like change. So even
yeah,
if a system, insert
totally.
system here, even if a system is fucked, well, it's just the way it is. We
That's
can't
just the
change it.
way.
I don't have to put the work in to change it. I'd rather be at brunch. I don't want to have to do that. I don't have
I'd
to put in the
rather
work.
be at brunch.
Yeah, it was for all you liberals. Hi. Oh. Like it would be fine if it was just more polite and being done. Sorry, there's my spice.
That was your spice? You think that was your
Well, some of it.
spice?
That was a little bit of the like horchata in the nice little
Okay,
latte.
all right. Because I would argue that a lot of spice happened prior to that as well, but
Just
whatever.
baseline. That's
Baseline,
baseline Franks, okay? It just
baseline level,
put
basal body temperature of
a lot of little
spice.
hot peppers I grow in my garden on top of that.
Oh my God, do you
Which I
really?
walked around and ate that like nothing last week to feel
You don't?
something. I was like, ooh, I do. And then I must have had a remnant 3 hours later on my finger because I went to take my contacts out. And I was like,
No shit.
hell yeah. I have never felt more alive.
Oh,
Never felt more alive.
I was gonna say you totally like you came into your own in that moment, I'm sure. 100%.
Hell yeah. I was like, this doesn't feel as bad as the crushing weight of life. It's fine. Yeah,
It's a
100%.
way to wake yourself up for sure. Like if you weren't awake at that point,
Right.
you were awake after.
Yeah. Well, that's why you doom scroll like on TikTok for about 30 minutes after that. And then you call it a night. Let it subside a bit. But no, the way people or everybody
Yeah.
just knows there's a problem, but they're not willing to again band together or acknowledge it
Yes.
even, and they're just like, no, because if I admit
Yes.
it, then everything I think about her, it's jarring to think
It's
that
jarring.
think shit's fucked. Like it's jarring to think about the American
It's
dream as a
jarring
shit.
to think shit's fucked. There's another word. There's
There
another
we go.
one-liner
There's
for you.
title it. Like,
Jarring to shit.
no,
Shit's
no, we
fucked.
can't. I can't think about how that might be awful, or even if I see
No.
people doing much better than me failing, that means I have no chance. No, 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 no. I can't think that. No. How dare you? Oh my God.
Okay, Brittany,
It's
I
easier
think
to live
this
in my delusional world.
I think that
And this is why it's going to be real hard to fight and actually change things because people are like,
yeah,
well,
for sure. You're
that
totally
seems
right.
like work.
Okay, so I feel like this is a perfect moment to ask you, is anything making you happy right now? Or are we just like, we're just resigned to like, we're not very happy right now? How are we doing?
Orcas have resumed sinking yachts. So I saw a nice meme. I saw a nice meme. It said a CEO hates to see these coming. And it was the Ocean Gate submersible,
Oh.
picture of an orca, Chris Martin from Coldplay, and Luigi Mangione.
Okay, you brought up Coldplay. Something that is making me happy right now is the fact that those two twats got caught on
I
camera.
have seen people defending it, being like, "This is so sad for marriage that they like are getting dragged." And I'm like, I don't know. I thought the worst thing for marriage is the fact that they're both cheating.
That
But
they're
never
both
mind.
cheating. And the fact
Single
that
and
he's
barren. I don't
actually
fucking don't know.
trying to sue Coldplay for breach of privacy at a public event.
They are now putting up signs at their concerts, and I've seen pictures online of a lot of different venues of saying you are about to enter a public space. Like you may be filmed and you do not have the rights to, like it is public. You consent because you're in here to the fact that you may be on film at some point.
Like,
Which
speaking of cognitive dissonance and mental gymnastics, like the fact that you two think you're victims is outrageous, but it
no,
makes
but
me
again,
happy.
there are everyday people shilling for it and saying this is so sad. I feel so bad for them. They have to
I
experience
do
the
not.
trauma of like all the jokes made at their expense. And I'm like, I don't know. I think they have enough money to
Um,
buy off the fucking therapy to get over it.
Also, can we just talk about how something I agree with in relation to this, which is if they had just not panicked like fucking
Correct.
morons,
Correct.
none of this would have happened. But they like made a big goddamn production of it. All they had to do
Which
was like quietly separate themselves from each other and just like
or just
casually
not
like
react or one react like if she turned away it would have been fine. It was him like dropping down and I was like, well, that
dropping
just goes to
down.
show you also just because you're at the head of a company or you're rich like does not mean you're smart. They're fucking robots in skin suits
I
because like
know, right?
I feel like most people could have clocked that of like, hey, just don't be quite as weird. We don't draw, it's the Streisand effect, like
Thank
don't draw
you.
attention to
Just
it and
don't
then
draw
people
attention
will
to it.
like people may have happened to get like a clip of it and seen it and maybe people close to them might have recognized them or somebody else who was there,
So
but like
unlikely to cause a problem though. So
no.
unlikely.
But like nobody would have ever like gone back and found the footage of it if nobody had react or if not both
Exactly.
of them had react. Because
So
you could have just
stupid.
played it off as like, oh God, like I'm because you see that all the time when people are like caught or
They
they're like,
don't want
oh,
to be on
this
camera. They're
cam, I don't want to do
uncomfortable with it.
this. Like,
Yeah,
oh God, we're doing it, but like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. It's now like on the jumbotron. Like we're together.
exactly.
Like you've got your arms around me. Okay, you can kind of see that, sure, but it's like not
Yeah.
don't Don't drop down like there's a predator bird coming in. Like you
It
fucking
was
idiot.
a freak. They freaked the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
that
And
was
also, like, okay, then don't be standing there like that if you're gonna be in a public space because that could happen. You're rich, get a fucking suite so that way you're not filmed
or
like
just
that.
don't go like to a public
That
event
too.
if you're having an affair. Like that's
Well,
a
that too. I mean,
suggestion that
again,
I
if you're
have.
gonna do it and go to a public event, I don't feel sorry. Like, what did you think was gonna happen at some point?
Yeah.
Whether it be caught on that or like somebody catches you out at something and recognizes you, like what did you think was gonna happen?
May I just put on record, don't have affairs,
That
period.
too. Well,
But
that's
if
what
you're going to have one, don't do it in public. Okay. You know?
people, yeah, people, a perfect example, people like defending them. And I'm like, that's really what you're going to spend your effort on feeling bad about?
Right. Like that is bizarre AF. That is
And these are normal people I've seen, like people I know on social media, like putting up things, being like in their stories, but like, oh, I just feel so bad for them. It's like
Are you
so,
kidding
it's
me?
so
You know
awful that they're
people
the
in your
butt of
circle
jokes. And I'm like,
that feel bad for that.
I mean, I don't know. They made a joke of marriage. So what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. I mean, two marriages. So whatever.
yeah.
It's fine.
So I get consequences of your actions. Like I don't
Yeah.
fucking know what to tell. Like
Reap
again,
what you sow.
there are worse things to feel upset about going on in the world right now than a couple of rich people meeting like the consequences of their actions.
A,
And they're
a
still
few
alive.
things. A
They're
few
still
things.
alive. Like, really?
I mean, there are a few more things to be concerned about. Yes, I think there's like maybe a top five list of things other than that to care about.
Oh, a lot more. Like I
Yeah, that
don't
was sarcasm.
just yeah, no,
Like
Alpha. Really?
there's like a
Is that
top
personified?
700 list or something. You know what I mean? Like top seven, eight
Yeah,
hundred, nine
700 Club.
hundred, 1,000,
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
Pick like an extremely large number of things that you
There
should
are
be more
more
concerned
reasons
about.
that one for each dollar that guy has in his bank account.
That dude is a freaking moron. Okay. Brittany,
Yeah.
I know in your heart of hearts that you love icebreaker style games. Um, she's flicking me off for people who are not watching this. That you love it. It's like if you
They're
had to
so
pick a favorite
engaging. They're so
hobby.
engaging as the morons at my last place of
I
employment.
want
It's
to make sure you engage with this podcast, and the only way to do that
like,
is to force feed you an activity. So we're gonna force
I'm
feed
not
an
a fucking
activity.
German Shepherd. I don't need a job.
All right, so here's the game, friends. She humors me. So, but here's the thing, and this is a little bit of like BFF association, possibly. This is a little bit of like trying to get into elder millennial psyche, like just seeing where it goes. So, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna name, we have not told each other. We have a list of 10 words, each of us, and we're just gonna like say a word, and then the other one is gonna just say the first thing that comes to mind when they hear the word. Okay. Brittany, if it's okay, I'm going to do my whole list with you first because I just kind of want to rapid fire you. Okay. So,
Okay.
like, don't think too much. Just like boom, 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 boom. Okay.
All right.
No pressure, but don't screw this up. So,
Story of my life.
all right. No pressure, but do amazing.
Mm-hmm. No
Be
pressure, but
be
you
perfect.
know, be
Um,
perfect. There's all the expectations, hopes, and dreams are
yeah.
placed on you. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I don't have a name for this game, but it's just like whatever the F you think of when I say a word, say it. All right. Here we
Bullshit.
go. Number All right, number one is pickle.
War crime.
Context, she hates dill pickles so much. She thinks they're so disgusting.
All of them. I found one in Philly last year. I found there's a brand and they had they were little
Really?
tiny ones. They were actually crunchy. And I was like, oh my God, there's flavor. They don't just taste like a soggy piece of wood. Wow, amazing.
I had a really good dill pickle with my sandwich at work today. It was nice and crunchy. It was delightful, actually. So,
This
okay,
one had
that was
like
great.
spice and was sour. This was actually, yeah, but no, they're war crimes.
All right, number two, witty.
What if we have some of the same? This is gonna be amazing.
That's
Okay.
fine. It doesn't matter. Witty. Let's go.
Serious nurses.
Love it. Love everything about it. Context, witty. I wrote down WITTY, like witty, like you're witty, but I knew what it would do to your brain because I wanted to
Because
get
I
one of our
almost did
inside
that, which
jokes
is
out
why
of
I
it.
wrote down something else.
We lived in a dorm called Witty, spelled differently, together, and a lot of shit went down that dorm. So that's the context on that one. Running. You just thought way too long. You clearly
I
thought of
know. I'm
something
trying
and
to
you
think
didn't
of the
say it.
word. I know the feeling. I'm trying to think of the
Oh,
word
okay,
for
okay,
it. I have a
okay.
whatever. Now I'm kind of blanking on it, but whatever the thing where you just feel like you're never going to conquer something.
Failure?
Sure.
Like, we're never gonna shit with you. It's
I
like
don't
the
know.
person who's ran a goddamn marathon. You're so full of shit. Anyway, drink.
Drink.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna be spicy. It's fine. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-huh. Um, multi-level marketing colonics.
Love it so
How are we doing
much.
in the Advocare segment of listeners, Cassie?
That's so old school. You got to
I
go to
was gonna say
Herbalife, man.
what's the other one? I'm not dehydrated. Again,
Herbalife.
I couldn't think of the word like the oh my God. Where it's the liquid diet. Holy shit. What is it called?
Oh, that, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
totally.
I was like, fuck, that's why I'm sitting here. There's a long pause between because apparently
Whatever.
again,
Okay.
I need to sit down. I need to sit down and be dismissed because the English language is failing me.
Yeah, sit down. You're dismissed. Okay, next word is work.
Means to an end.
That's legit. Smile. Oh wow, that's just a. I just want for the record that it was a sound effect rather than a word. Um.
Victory.
Okay. Oh,
I
I like
win.
that. I like that. Cave.
Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Stalactites hang tightly to the ceiling. Stalagmites might get there someday.
Hell yeah, that's some
Cave.
cave in the mountain.
Also the Democrats model when it comes to politics.
Okay, can I be really honest with you and the
Yeah.
audience right now? I 100% knew you would take that one political. I planned it in my brain.
Well, if the jackasses wouldn't make it so easy.
I mean, all right, woman.
Definition of sex, not gender. Woman is sex, female's gender. It's a sex reveal party, not a gender reveal party, people.
Okay. All right, all right, all right.
Studies 103.
Nice. Nance. Shout out to Nance. I don't even know if she's
Nance.
still alive, but Nance, hey. I mean, she probably is, but I have no idea how old she was.
Mariamne.
Doesn't matter.
Mariamne, right, too?
Mariamne. Mariamne. Shout out to UW Madison peeps. Anyway, speaking of that, Badger.
Unwashed sweatshirts.
Is Badger one of your words for me?
No, but there are
Okay,
things
fine. Can I tell you what I thought you were gonna
there
say to
are things
Badger?
related to it.
Fine. But do you know what I thought you were gonna say to Badger?
Bucky.
I thought you were gonna go, mushrooms.
That is, yeah.
So,
Betcha, 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 betcha,
Badger
betcha.
mushroom.
Betcha, 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 betcha. Oh, the Charlie the
Everyone wants
Unicorn
one.
thing has resurfaced online recently, and it's great to
Oh,
a whole new generation get that and the Badger one because they both surfaced
yeah,
on some of the stuff.
yeah.
And the younger peeps who were born post
Mm,
11 are like, what? And I
love
was like,
it.
you don't know. You
Love,
don't.
love. Guess what? Speaking of classic video files that need to be shared, I shared another classic what is it in YouTube, but it's just sound with a elder millennial colleague late last week. You want to guess what it was?
Dick in a box.
That's a good guess, but it wasn't. It
Walker
was
lever, Conan, some I don't know.
we talked about Conan and the Walker lever. However, this was not the thing that I ultimately text the link of.
Anal bum cover.
Another great guess, but I should probably share that
I'm
with you
giving
as
away
well.
half my list probably at this point too, or like
Probably,
things.
but that's fine. Um, it was the F word. I got fucked at the used
Absolutely.
car lot. My favorite line in the whole thing.
Something that could definitely be said in Nashville.
I got fucked at the used car lot.
Abso-fucking-lutely. In
Absolutely.
fucking incredible.
In fucking incredible.
I fuck the fucking fuckers.
Fuck the fucking fuckers. It's like my second favorite. I
Holy
also told this
fucks.
person, by the way, I explained I knew my baby was mine one segment on Conan, and I explained how I can't get through the Ben Affleck statement of that without laughing.
Somebody apparently I did not know this, but they felt the need to make an Accountant 2 movie that's on, I think, Prime. So somebody I know just
Why?
said that they watched The Accountant. And then they were like, oh, it's with Ben Affleck. And yesterday, and I actually then told them, I said, well, all I think of when I think of Ben Affleck is
I knew my baby was mine when she
so
pooped in her diaper and charged me 9.50 to see it. It's a classic Conan O'Brien late show segment.
one of the greatest jokes.
One of the greatest things ever.
One
Um,
Boston person to another, one Boston area person to another.
I know, I know. And the Walker Lover, the classics on there, like the you let the kid hit the ground and you a smell
A plane crashed here.
a plane crash here is like
You tasted the ground and set a plane crash.
plane crash
Was
here?
it a dream sequence, or do one of those two people have glaucoma?
Glaucoma. All right, your last word. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Silence.
underrated.
Knew it. I knew it was gonna be something like that. Like you were gonna be like my favorite thing or like underrated. All right. Good job. This was fun. You see how it brings out memories? That was the point, Brittany. That was the point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready for you. I'm ready for you.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
Anal bum cover.
Mm-hmm.
That
If
is
you have
one of
not
the
watched,
greatest.
if you have not watched any of, oh God, what's his name?
Sean Connery,
Yeah, but is
Will
it
Ferrell,
well, Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek, and is it Daryl Hammond or
Daryl.
something? No.
Yes, Daryl
Yeah.
Hammond. Yeah.
As Sean Connery.
Yes.
The
Phenomenal.
premise is, and there's other actors playing other actors and doing a phenomenal job, like Lucy Liu as Catherine Zeta-Jones. So all of
Brilliant.
the jokes were about like how she could just prep things for like the baby and for Michael
Oh,
because her husband is 25 years older than her.
yes.
And somebody, oh, who the fuck's playing Burt Reynolds? Norm
Oh,
Macdonald be on
Norm.
there. Yeah,
Norm.
yeah,
Norm. Miss you, Norm. Oh God. Yeah. Right?
yeah, yep, yep, yep.
Hmm. Yep.
I mean, nailed it. And so,
Nice.
yeah, highly recommend. Put them on YouTube. They're good.
Love it.
Muskox.
You. You are a powerful muskox, which is Ann Perkins, which is a character on Parks and Recreation, which who you are. Period.
Hmm.
You are a powerful muskox. Period.
566.
Curtis Whitty B, baby. Glass cement case of emotion.
Yeah.
That was our room. That was our room. With our little twin rocking chairs,
And the
red
beds
and
we debunked without
turquoise.
taking the mattress off the
They're
top bunk.
so heavy. That was so stupid. They're so dumb.
We didn't have to remake a bed, so
We got so sweaty.
work
Oh my
harder,
God.
not smarter.
Like life advice, like the best life advice ever. Fake it till you make it.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
100%.
Hypocrisy.
So rampant. So tired of it. Literally tired. So tired. Cite Brittany's comments earlier in the conversation about mental gymnastics and like when my team does it, it's okay. When the other team does it, it's not okay. Like tired of that shenanigan in my life.
Hmm.
Period.
Hmm.
Hmm.
D sharp.
What?
D sharp.
Oh, what the fuck is a D sharp? Do we even know? Did
We
we
don't.
ever even figure it out?
Is it a C flat? I don't know. Did we?
Is a
I don't
C
know. Did
flat?
we?
Is a D sharp? Is a D sharp? Would it be an E?
Maybe. God. I used to know this for like 5 seconds in my life once.
I know we sat next to each other, Brittany playing flute, me playing oboe, and we came across something
Community
in our
band,
sheet
wasn't it?
music. It was community band. We came across it in our sheet music and we were like, what the fuck is a D sharp? We both leaned in, did like the head crank to be like, what the hell is that note? And we both didn't know how to, and we still don't know to this day. So if there are any mutes listening to this podcast, like call us and let us know, text us and let us know what the deal is,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
we'd love to know.
Cheese.
The best thing in the world. I have garlic and herb Velvetano in the fridge right now,
Yes. Very
waiting to
nice.
be eaten.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
It's the best.
Solid. Justin sticks.
Diarrhea. So for anyone who has attended UW Madison, hopefully you have gone to Ed's and gotten carry out pizza, wraps, like a whole bunch of things, including Justin sticks, which are they're like cheesy bread, right? It's like a
Mhm.
pizza-sized cheesy bread.
Yeah.
Well, I say diarrhea because I must have eaten some bad Justin sticks one night, and then about 12 hours later, I was in art history 202 lecture and realized that all hell was going to break loose if I didn't get to a bathroom immediately. Blamed it on the Justin sticks. Came back and went to the bathroom for like hours straight. And then still ate Justin sticks throughout the rest of my college experience. Because they just tasted so good. So
I'm amazed at your capacity to forgive. Mainly the Justin sticks.
so good.
Uh-huh.
Justin, Juston, by the way, for anyone listening who really wants to know how it's not Justin like
No.
Trudeau. Like it's like Justin, like
Would be a bit weird if
Juston.
would be a bit weird if it was
Justin
Justin
Trudeau
just
sticks.
circa 2006, 2010, or 2005, 2009 for
Yeah,
you.
2005 to 9 for me.
I wonder if they still serve them. You think they're
I
still a
hope they
thing?
do. Yeah, I think we should do a special recording of this podcast, and I think we should do it from like Pops, maybe.
Whatever, yeah. Pops is now, yes.
Yeah, whatever it is now, like the location, go back in
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Now they have
and be like,
stations.
where
'Cause
are the Justin sticks?
now it's like stations, or at least it was a few years ago when I popped in there and
Really?
just look after a game. Yeah. It was,
These
you remember how
kids.
like, I think like, I know Stevens Point had, I remember Platteville? Remember
Yeah.
Platteville's like thing?
Yes.
It was smaller because it's the
Kind of
same building.
fancy with different pods.
It was kind of, but it was kind of like that where there were different stations. So if you wanted the pizza, if you wanted like
Yeah.
Mexican, if you wanted like there was always like a
Interesting.
stir fry station or something. It looked like that. I remember I peeked in and I was like, whoa. And then Ed's was literally like just a tiny little grocery part.
Ed's. I ate so much Ed's food, like,
Yeah.
and delivery. Like, it's like, why couldn't I walk my ass over to get my wrap myself? Like, I had like some poor, not poor literally, but just like some unfortunate soul, like, who had to be the delivery person. Like, the shit. Like, why couldn't I just walk over there and get my own wrap, my own soda? It was bizarre. I don't
You're
know
in
why
the
I did that,
zone. You're in the
you know?
zone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in the zone, like watching Alias on DVD,
I
not
didn't say what the
studying.
zone was.
The zone was not
Walker lover.
academic. Let me put it that
Oh,
way. Justin Sticks.
struggle bus.
Oh, I'm just living on it. Like it's like this is me putting down the street in my struggle bus.
Mhm.
Like just like every day. It's a mental battle. It's not just nap all day. So I'm just like on it, riding it, looking out the window, waving at people as I go by on the struggle bus.
It's good public transportation.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a future I desire, right? Like that we can all ride a struggle bus together and
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
pollute the air.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah. Cattywampus.
I don't even know like why. Like why am I okay, help me. Was there not some this is how my brain hurts.
This is
Was
your
there not
badger. There's
help
your
me?
this is your badger.
Help me. It was a
You were, I
great.
believe you were, was this the same year as the sweatshirt?
So, who was one of my favorite Dodger basketball players? Who I'm so sorry, name is escaping me right now. Was it
He
Nigel
had a
Hayes?
different one every press conference as when they were in the
Was
playoffs.
it Nigel Hayes?
Yes.
Thank you. See, my brain isn't completely broken.
And back then, this is before NIL, so the bookstore put out a Cattywampus shirt after he says it in the press conference, and the people in the
Yes.
organizations that I used to work with immediately went over and told him to take it down because they were worried the NCAA was going to come be like, oh, somehow he's profiting off of
Oh
that
my God. Isn't that just the stupidest
name,
of
image,
shit?
likeness. Like somehow you're profiting off of like
Oh
him,
my
even though again, that's
God.
all we do with college athletes is profit off them. But
Is
that was like
profit off of them.
that was the fear, and was that 2015 maybe? Something around there. It
Yeah, that like
was like one of the
the
final
big
four runs, wasn't it?
the big run, the national championship run was when I wore the sweatshirt
Yep,
for
Frank the
months on
Tank and
end.
seemed like yeah, because that was like every he'd pick a different word and slip it in every press conference.
Yeah, that was amazing. Cattywampus. I miss that dude. I miss good basketball. That's making me share that I miss good basketball.
Yeah. Yep.
Like a lot. Like I wish I even thought like, should I go to a Badger game this year? And then I'm just like, I don't know anyone. They suck. Like, why would I care? And I hate to say that as my, favorite sport, my alma mater, but like those were the good old days, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, they were so good.
Yeah.
I sometimes for pick-me-ups watch Bronson Koenig's buzzer beater like just repeatedly, like 6 or 7 times in a row.
The day that killed the day
The day that we crushed Bill Murray's dreams, right? Am I making
yeah,
that up?
the worst kind of Groundhog Day for him because it
That
surfaces
was
every year for the tournament.
it's my every March, my Facebook memories are like, this was your profile picture on this day. And it's just Bill Murray's sad face with the little girl crying in front of him. It's like my favorite meme.
Yeah. All
Such
right,
a good
last
basketball.
one.
Oh my God, last one. All right, I'm so
I think
scared.
so. Kind of gone out of order, but
That's what I think it's it.
I think this is it. Pretty sure. Yeah. Comedy.
Taylor Tomlinson
Knew it.
is my favorite freaking comedian right now because she's so open and honest about her bipolar disorder and she's freaking hilarious. She's doing so well for being like 31 years old. She's a woman. She's amazing. She's honest about her mental health and she makes it hilarious. And I love it. Love everything about Taylor. I also really love, um, I'm a big Bill Burr fan. Can't go wrong with Bill Burr, right? Um, but Taylor's,
Figured it'd
she's
be Taylor. I figured there'd be the Burbigs in there.
Burbiggs is, I mean, it's like Taylor and Burbiggs, probably like right there, and then Bill Burr. And Burbiggs, his podcast, shout out to another podcast, the Working It Out podcast. That's my chef's kiss to Burbiggs on his podcast. You gotta watch Brittany, the one with the SNL chicks that like do music that I told you about. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, so good. And then you gotta watch with Tig Notaro is her
Yeah.
name. Gotta
Yep.
watch with Tig, and then also the guy who plays Saul in Better Call Saul, Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yes, yeah, but
Oh
we
yeah.
love the Taylor. We love the Taylor in this household.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because that was fun. Doing an icebreaker with your best friend when it's not really an icebreaker because we can predict what the other one's gonna say. It's not an icebreaker, and it's therefore enjoyable.
Remember how we talked about pretzel logic earlier in this episode?
It's not pretzel logic. It's straight line
This
logic.
is
Point A to point B.
what the people buying Trump's Bitcoin say too.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Point A to point B. If you buy a frickin' gold card and a Trump Bible and Trump Bitcoin, you deserve whatever is coming to you. Like whatever
Yeah,
personal
really any
catastrophe,
politician. Like
you know?
why? Why are you why? Why are we why?
whatever personal catastrophe is going to befall you, like you have invited it upon yourself.
Just
Yep.
why?
Shit, man. All right, Brittany, what are you reading? I told you before when we were prepping what I was reading, and you've already read it because you've read like every book
Not read every book.
because you've read so many books. But I'm reading A Woman of No Importance, the untold story of the American spy who helped win World War II by Sonia Purnell. And it's very good. And I'm excited to finish it.
Mhm.
It was a finalist for the National Book Critics Circle Award. It's great. What are you reading right now?
I'm about to start one called Medicine River.
Mm.
It's some light bedroom just before bed reading.
Some
Story
light
of survival and the
before.
legacy of Indian boarding schools.
Oh, God. I'm
Which
sorry. I'm not laughing at the topic. I'm laughing. There's just like some light.
right when I've accidentally had remnants of hot pepper in my eye and I can't quite fall asleep yet. What am I going to turn to? How terrible things are. And we're up to a pretty recent point. There's actually a really great thing on Disney Plus because it's a national, it was made in, I think, connection with National Geographic, or National Geographic had it, and Disney Plus, a lot of national Geographic things on there, but it's called, is it Sugarloaf? Oh, now I'm gonna pull it up. I watched it again on a Saturday afternoon because I was listening to somebody on a podcast talk about it, and I was like, well, I mean, now that I heard the breakdown of it,
Right.
what's a nice little wind down thing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Sugar cane, excuse me. It's a documentary from a National Geographic, but it won a lot of independent things because it's basically it takes place in Canada, but it is in a small town that had a residential school on the outskirts of town, and the filmmaker is an indigenous person, and his he's going around interviewing the elders, including like his grandma who was there, who you find out had his dad while at the school, because then they start investigating and doing
Wow.
DNA tests, and they're like, oh shit, the brother, i.e. the father at the school, is my dad. Oops. And like
Oh.
horrors of things. And then at the end, they talk about like
Oh.
there were X number in Canada and the US throughout the time. And the last one closed, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's like 1996 or something.
It was really late. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, that's probably good. But poignant thing actually, again, because history never repeats itself. Um, as the kids were picked up and forced and ripped apart and forced to go to these schools around, um, they were given Christian names, quote unquote
Of
Christian
course.
names, not allowed to speak their native tongue. And a lot of them still had it because they showed it in the documentary, like all the elders in the towns had it tattooed numbers to identify them. That's how they were tracked. And I was like, wow, I'm so glad that that never comes back up in history ever again.
Yeah, I mean,
Fun fact,
people,
the Nazis used a lot of the techniques, like studied how
of course they did.
people, I mean, not everywhere, not just the US, but took a lot of the tactics that they used from studying how the US just moved people away to colonize areas. And a lot of the techniques and tactics are what they used for what they did.
Yeah, and newsflash, anyone, like just in case you don't think history is repeating itself, textbook Nazi Germany shit going on in this country right now. So like just you can deny it all you want, but like just read a book about, you know, the rise of Nazi Germany and get scared. So that's hot take. That's the spicy take on that one. Just
Upper
do
take.
do some light coffee table reading before you go to bed about Nazis and you
Yeah.
know, I mean, won't scare you at all.
Like
It'll be
every
great.
white millennial does. Like you have like your 16 different World War
Yeah,
II history books. Yeah.
right. I'm not watching Project Runway at night while binge eating food. I'm clearly reading about Nazi Germany.
No, you do all three at the same
I
time.
do. I do all of it actually, to be honest
Something
with you.
nice on in the background, have a snack, and read, and then change it up and do what's my next one?
Yeah, what's the
Change it
next one?
up and do oh I got well, that one's probably gonna be better, lighter. Not better. I got another one. Yeah, this is about also native stuff. And then I got one called the grief playlist. So
Oh,
fine. Let's get some nice light. I think I
there's
got a
some
rom-com
nice light topics.
romance
Having a
one in
good
here.
time. Just giggling before bed.
Yeah,
We
I have
love
another
that.
one called Dead Weight. I stopped at the library and got a bunch of my books that might, yeah, no, I have some nice light ones coming up, is what I'm talking about here. Yeah,
It
Got Ella
sounds really
Fitzgerald.
light.
See,
Sounds
nice
really light.
biography to break things up because nothing bad ever happened to her, I'm sure.
Wow. Your name should have been sarcasm personified, perhaps.
I'm just learning, I'm sitting down while
Sarcasm
I'm dismissed,
intrusive
and I'm
personified.
reading while I do that.
That's okay. All right. We already clearly talked about dumbest shit we've seen in the news. To me, the dumbest shit I've seen lately, Matt Rife gets the award for just being a dumb shit, but whatever. So that leads me to what's your big goal until we record another podcast? What are you thinking? What you got in your mind?
Can I say that my thing from the my thing from the news? I think I referenced it
What's
earlier in the
yeah. Yeah, which one? There's so much.
So Mike McDaniel is the coach of the Miami Dolphins football team.
Yes.
And everyone's like humorously stated. And I was like, was it? He might be on something. Who knows? I don't know. Might be happening again. But basically he said something at an impressor today, I think it was, or yesterday, about like it's a great day. And so someone was like, why is not just a good day? Or like basic somehow it comes up, it's a great day. And his answer is, we're another day closer to death. I was like,
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
he's 42, so we're talking in the elder millennial age, and I was like, he
elder
fucking gets it.
millennial. Rock it on.
He
That's
fucking
great.
gets it. So I just want to say, if some rich coach of a professional football team is saying that, why can't I also
Of course you
make
can.
comments like that or be like, oh, it's another close to the curtain call? But like I saw that, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
this team hasn't even blown the playoffs yet. Like, shit. Okay.
All right.
Great day because we're one day closer to death.
That's relatable. I mean,
Mhm.
it's because it's technically true all the time.
Of course.
But also like metaphorically has power, right?
Yeah.
So I like it. I really like it.
Speaking of spicing up your press conferences,
I know, right? Okay, Brittany, we got a lot of ideas in the works for season three. We got guests that we want to bring on, topics we want to cover. Um, you know, People and organizations that are prominent that we want to keep spamming as like a long-term goal to get them on this podcast. Okay. So we need everybody who are our fans to like, share, tell everyone this is your favorite podcast because we want to get people like the Quick Trip marketing team on here. Like, I would love to talk to Mike Birbiglia at some point in my life, and this is never going to happen, but a girl can dream. Okay. Gotta
goals.
have dreams. So everybody like, share, follow, go to social media, Facebook, Instagram, like, share, follow, share to your stories, tell everyone about this pod. Get excited about season three. With that said, Brittany, it's been real fun. Real
Mhm.
fun. After our episodes came back into the podcast universe after being deleted and I stopped panicking, it's been real fun. So
It's all
little
fine.
snafu, it's all fixed now.
It's all fine.
Great
It's
again.
fine.
Everything's
Fine.
fine. Everything's totally fine.
Mhm.
Well, it wouldn't be an ending without your ever classic advice and sign off before we go. What you got?
Stay hydrated, everybody, and remember, always bring logic to a dumb fight.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Bye.
Bye.